Here we go, take two. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is take two because this is the second time I've had to film this. Getting back into YouTube has had its bumps already, but I've had several requests. I don't get a whole lot of requests at this stage, but this is something that has been requested to walk through my 2023 planner / bullet journal. This is just what I use, what works for me. And so I just wanted to give you a flip through. This is not fancy. I don't decorate a lot. I don't have a bunch of ephemera and all these things that people have. This is just my life in a tiny book. This right here is an A6 Stalogy that is inside an A6 Hobonichi cover. As you can see, this is kind of quintessential Hobonichi right here, and it's in an A6 cover on cover as well. I got this cover in 2018, and you're like, Rachel, I don't remember this cover. That's because what you're seeing right here is scrapbook paper. What's in here, it was called Candy something, and I can't remember exactly what it was called, but I got this for 2018. So this is a pretty old cover and cover on cover, but I'm telling you, these things hold up. They're pricey, but they hold up. So let's just open it and get started. And again, this was last year, so I've taken out a lot of stuff that I would normally keep in these pockets. But here I've got a business card and a coupon. But yeah, let's walk through. This is an A6, so just to give you the idea of size, it's quite small. And I did decorate with pretty much all Happy Planner stickers. That's all I use because they're the best. They're beautiful. You can get them on sale. You can use a coupon. They're excellent. So I love them. And this right here is my headache, cycle, full moon, all of that. I keep track of these things in my planner, and I have for probably 5 or more years now. But since it was so tiny, this was the only way I could get each month. So you could see January through April are here. And orange is where you see my cycle. And then all of these H's are headache days. And in 2023, or maybe in 2022, recently I feel, I started tracking the full moon and seeing if the full moon had anything to do with my headaches. And like something like 10 out of 12 months, I had headaches surrounding the full moon. So there may be something to it. But yeah, so I've always kept track of that. This is 2023 at a glance. I always do this in pencil because I'm always afraid I'm going to mess up, but made it work mostly. And I want to talk to you about something. This is not neat and clean. I think it's pretty messy. And it took me a while, but y'all, I'm there. It is okay to scratch things out, or you can use whiteout, whatever you want to do. But, you know, your life, your schedule, it is a fluid thing, whether you like to admit it or not. It's a fluid thing. And, you know, if you have mess ups, that's okay. That's okay. That's part of the process. And again, looking back a year, I can look at that and be like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, I remember that. And so that's kind of the fun part. But as you see, I don't decorate very much at all. The months, once I did 1 month and figured out the spacing, because I had to draw all of these, by the way. This is a completely blank book. If you've never seen a Stalogy before, this is what it looks like. It's a completely blank book, and I had to draw all the months and all of the weeks in here. And I usually order my next year's Stalogy in like October, November, so I can get a head start on these and do it at my leisure, and I'm not rushing to draw in my year. But I do all the months here together, and I just decorate with a few stickers here and there that have to do kind of with the season. So I have all of my months together. And the Hobonichi cover comes with 2 bookmarks, which I love because I can keep 1 bookmark in the month and 1 bookmark in the week. So let's look at the weeks. Oh, and I also put, after I'm finished with the months, I put 2 pages in here just to write in future things like dentist appointments that maybe that are in the next year and I don't have my next planner with me, or schedules for an entire year. So like for the spring. So, and let me just give you a full week. This is what a full week typically looks like for me. I used the Hobonichi weeks in 2019 and I loved how it had all on one side. I had everything, I had all of my days of the week here, and then I had a completely blank page here. And I loved that setup. I just wanted it a tad bigger. And so what I decided to do was kind of reproduce this in a book that I could keep up with. I realized that I didn't need an entire blank page, but I did want a good chunk of my second page to be a habit tracker. And I've kept this habit tracker, again, I think since 2019, I've been keeping this habit tracker. And on here, I have everything from laundry to my cycle to my headaches to reading, exercising. I always track clean kitchen at night because I want to have a clean kitchen in the morning when I get up. But as you can see, it's just a lot. I can zoom in just a tad. It's a lot of black and white. And sometimes I'll use a little color here, and you'll see different colors in here. There's red, there's some blue in there, because sometimes I'll pick up a pen that's just around. Maybe it's not the pen that I have stuck in here. And my favorite pen, my last pen, they don't make it anymore, of course. It's a Zebra Sarasa, a specific kind of Zebra Sarasa that I got from Jet Pens. They don't make anymore. That's why it's not in here. But that was what I used pretty much this entire year. I love how it is on the Tomoe River paper, which is, I believe, what the STALOGY uses. But, you know, migraine day. But see, each week pretty much looks like this. And see, there's some color. I was feeling it a little bit. It was July, it was summer. That always makes me feel good. But you can see how wonderfully crinkly these papers get. I just love it. There's just something about it. I don't know. But yeah, here's all of my weeks all in a row. And this was the week after Christmas. And so keeping track of everything there. And that's where I have my last bookmark. And then I usually schedule a couple of blank pages just in case I need some extra space. And this begins my notes section, lists section. And I don't keep page numbers, any of that. I know it's chaotic, but I just find things. I got a comment on my video when I showed the setup of this. I got a comment that said, do you not have bookmarks? Do you not have page flags, washi tape, I don't know, other bookmarks and things like that? Are you a genius? I'm like, no, I just don't care. And I'll find it. I know that's chaotic, but that's what works for me. So everything's chaotic. So what I always do in every single bullet journal is I put a Fly Lady control journal, not how she has it, but how I have made it work for me, just in case I want to hop back into it and go for it, which I usually do in the summers. But I've got all my zones. So that's all of that. Then I have a wish list, Taekwondo schedule, my TBR, continued. And these are all the books that I read in 2023. It's the most books I've ever read in a year in a long time, and I'm pretty proud of it. And I'm going to try to beat it maybe by 1 or 2 this year. I don't know. We'll see. But I always keep track of, is there MSG where I eat? MSG, monosodium glutamate, gives me a migraine. And I try to keep track of the places where I go to eat different sauces or dressings to see if they have MSG. And if they do or don't, I write it down. This right here, even if you don't keep a bullet journal or a list book or a planner or whatever, I highly suggest any ladies keep something like this in your wallet or in your purse. Write down all of the makeup that you like or that you wear and write down the shade. And the reason why, particularly foundation and concealer, oh, I'm looking a little darker. I am pretty pale, and there are a lot of times a lot of shades of pale, and I don't know which shade of pale is mine, and so I write it in here so I don't have to go, oh, I don't remember what my shade is. And then you try, you know, roulette and just hope it works. No, no. Have it here, have it on a page, just a slip of paper in your wallet if you want. And that way you'll remember and never make that mistake again. And this is an online order tracker. I honestly ordered more than this, but I just didn't write it down. And this is kind of a little workout section. My stickers got kind of messed up here, but I've got all the exercise, inspo stickers here. And my goal was to have 100 refits in 2023, and I got 80. So that's pretty stinking close. And then I only had 16 rev and flows. That's sad, but maybe I'll do better this year. I don't know. Then I have a list of TV shows and movies that I want to watch. There are times when I'm sewing or whatever, and I'm like, what should I have on in the background while I'm doing this? And this is just kind of a list. Yeah. And these are all the movies that I watched in 2023. I don't sit. Unless I'm sewing, I'm up and doing things. So, or sleeping. I have decided I'm just going to give up on this whole, I'm going to watch all the Marvel movies in order. I don't have time for that, but these are all of the movies in order as of last year. There are probably more now, and they just get worse every year. This is a list of self-care things that I can do. These were seasonal bucket lists, and you can see I just killed it in that area. Oh. Now, one area that I did kill it in is so fun. I wrote down every time I sewed something, I wrote it down. And I am pretty amazed at this. I do run an Etsy shop, which I can link below. And a lot of this is for that. So these are refit songs that I want to learn. I'm a refit instructor. And so I wanted to learn these songs. And these are the ones I wanted to bring back, ones I hadn't done in a while. So, and most of the rest of these pages are sermon notes, grocery list, playlist for my refit classes. That's a lot of videos to film. Yeah, I got right on that, didn't I? But yeah, it's just a lot of this, some sewing orders, more sermon notes, grocery lists, homeschool plans. That's a lot of what this is. Packing lists. What was that one? Oh, first day of school prep. So like, instead of just writing my to-do list, you know, in one of these days, there was one day that I just really needed to tackle a whole bunch of stuff. And it looks like I didn't. I don't know. But yeah, that's mostly what's sew before Christmas. Packing list, and that's it. Now, one thing I did with this Stalogy that I did accidentally in 2022 was that you may not know this, but Stalogy is actually supposed to be like this. Now, look closely. If it's going to focus. I don't know if it's going to focus. But you can see this is supposed to be the top. And you see all of the months posted up there, and then the days of the month. You're supposed to, this is 365 pages, the Stalogy 365. So it's supposed to be a page every single day. Well, you can see the months up there and then the days. So what you're supposed to do is circle the month and circle the day, and that's for that day. I didn't like a bunch of space at the top because I want to write at the top. So I just flipped it upside down. Again, this was on accident in 2022, but it worked. So I've got some Taekwondo thing here. I've got library bucks in here. This is a sticker that was made by my sweet friend Emily. She is a graphic designer and does beautiful work. I can link her below as well. And I don't know where I got this little card, but it sure is cute. So that is my 2023 Stalogy, all finished. And I really did enjoy this size because it went in pretty much any bag I wanted, except for like fanny packs. It wouldn't go in that. But it fit really well in every bag. This cover on cover, I adore. Hobonichi, can you make a B6? Just help a girl out, make a B6. This was really small, I could show you 2022's was an A5. Doesn't even fit in the frame. This was really big. This was really small. Let's give you a size comparison. Can I even do that? Yeah. Big difference going from this into this. It was an adjustment, but this totally worked. And just a sneak peek of my next video, I'm in a B6. So stay tuned for my next video where I walk through this one. But I hope that you enjoyed this today. If you did, be sure to give me a big thumbs up. And if you're new here, I would love to have you as a subscriber. Please let me know if you have any questions or comments in the comment section below. And I'll see you next time. Bye.